biggest stories hitting our newsfeed with the people behind the headlines. We have a daytime exclusive. One of the biggest divorce stories making headlines right now. Last Monday, our next guest, Real Housewives of Potomac's Ashley Darby, announced the finalization of her divorce from her husband, Michael Darby. She posted a picture with the caption, "Life is certainly not all bubble baths and rosé, but neither of those hurt when the tough times come our way." A lot of fans, Ashley's friends and family castmates, say this divorce was overdue. For 9 seasons, fans have watched the roller coaster romance between Ashley and Michael, who she says was blurred lines here, but he's been part of the show and her life. They were married for almost 10 years, separated for nearly 3. And last year, Ashley shared with fellow housewife Mia Thornton back in season 8 why the divorce had taken so long.
Clear it up for me.
It's more so the security that comes with being with him. When I was younger, my mom and I were evicted twice from our house, so I've sat on the side of the street with my belongings multiple times. It is fear. When Giselle said it's operating in fear, like, yes, I am scared of what it could look like if if I'm not able to meet the mortgage, and, you know, just like...
Because you don't want to be on the corner with your babies.
My mom was a single parent, and there were a lot of times that even though we had help from my family, my mom just couldn't make ends meet. I was in the 2nd grade, and my grandmother picked me up from school, and she took me to where our stuff was on the side of the road. Watching my mom on the side of the road with all of her stuff, think about my own kids and how I would feel if, for some reason, like, I was in that position.
Do you think you're ever going to get a divorce?
Yes, I will.
You do?
I do think I will.
Okay. I think you should.
I do too, I will. Probably by the end of the year.
Cam Fam, in an exclusive interview, please welcome Ashley Darby to the show.
I love this couch.
Oh my gosh,
yes.
welcome.
Thank you.
A lot going on.
Well, can I first say I love your show so much.
Oh,
yes,
well,
you are really
thank
an
you
inspiration.
so much. Thank you.
So I love being on this couch.
Thank you.
I've been waiting for my time.
You know, listen, I'm happy you're here. Just like with Clarissa, I love when people are able to speak their truth, not a headline, not a blog, not a rumor. They're able to tell what's happening or what they want to share. Before we talk about the divorce, I do want to ask you about Karen Huger.
Yes.
You both started. You are the original part of the original cast members of the show, and Karen was just sentenced to 1 year in jail for the 2024 DUI arrest. She had a 2-year sentence, 1 year in jail, 1 year was suspended. You've been friends, you've gone through ups and downs. You were there the very first season of this. I know you spoke briefly about it on the reunion show. What's your reaction?
I really do encourage everyone to keep Karen in your prayers. I really care about her. And I learned this on the train coming here today, and I cried like a baby. I did.
Your divorce, many years in the making. It's really, I'll tell you, it's a weird sensation when you talk about celebrating a divorce, because no one gets married, I think, maybe a few, but most people don't get married planning the celebration of the divorce.
Right, yeah. And I mean, it's 3.5 years now that I've been waiting for this, and it's very bittersweet. On the one hand, I am feeling a sense of liberation because I didn't really believe that I was strong enough to take this plunge.
Why didn't you believe that you were strong enough?
Tamron, I didn't see myself being a single mom like how I grew up. And granted, I have better resources and my circumstances are different. I'm still transported back to a lot of those memories that I have of not having my father around, watching my mom struggle. And I think that I was living in fear of reliving that again for my own children.
And how did you talk with them about this? Especially now that it's finalized. It's one thing to say it's happening, and I know that one of your kids actually tried to figure it out. You know,
he's 5. So my older son, Dean, is 5.
He's 5.
Yeah, and so he's actually starting to recognize that his friends have both of their parents at school functions and that their parents live together under the same roof. So he's asking those questions. And
what did he ask you?
He said, He said, Mommy, why don't you and Daddy sleep in the same bed? And when I tried to explain to him that there are different family structures, that families look different all around. Some people have one mommy, one daddy. Some people have both parents. Some people have grandparents as parents. So we've actually delved into what family structures look like.
How hard was that conversation? Because I was touched by when you talked about being this little kid and your family's things on the street and watching your mother go through that. That is trauma. And when you said you were afraid to go through with the divorce, I think that that explanation is so understandable and relatable because you witnessed what it did to your mother.
Totally. I was hoping that maybe if I took this plunge, then maybe my mom would too, and she hasn't. So I do feel like sometimes our conversations sort of transport me even back to that mentality still of fear. So it's an ongoing challenge, my mom and I, but we're getting to a better place with it.
Ashley's going to stick around. More of our conversation after the break. Tune in every Tuesday to get exclusive deals on the things I'm obsessed with. The Tam Fam never pays full price. Go to shoptamfam.com now.